Hello everyone, it's Diyar from Back of the Nest with a reaction video after the Brighton game. Just came back home now from Selhurst Park, and where do I begin? Where do I begin with that game? So going into the game, I was worried. If you've listened to the Love Sport show, you'd have known that I predicted a 2-1 Brighton win going into this game because last season we saw it. We were outmanaged by Brighton and they were the better team, and I fear that that would happen again today, even though they got a new manager in Graham Potter. But if you look at the first 60 minutes, or first 60 to 75 minutes, one of the worst football I've watched at Selhurst Park in a very long time. It came to a point where I was embarrassed to watch my team, and I was shocked. I expected us to not have the ball as much, of course, but I didn't expect us to be such soulless, clueless out there. We just didn't have it. We just didn't have it from top to start. But when Max Meyer came on, which I was so surprised about, because Roy Hodgson, as we've seen it in the past, he doesn't tend to bring on creative players even when we're down. So when he did bring him on, I think in a way he was forced, because the game was going so badly that even in Roy's standards, that you can't play that badly, and you had to do something. And I think Roy came out the blue and he brought on Max Meyer, which I was impressed by because it was the right thing to do. And you saw it when he came on. He had a connection with Wilf instantly. Wilf was outnumbered all game. And I'm not going to get onto Wilf. I'm not going to get onto Christian Benteke or Jordan Ayew, because the way that we were set up tactically, you'll see Brighton centre-backs in our own box trying to attack, and then you'll see our wingers trying to defend in our own box. I think it was that type of game where Brighton just came at us at full speed, and they had the mentality of attack, 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 whereas we had the mentality of defend. So as a result, Will suffered from it, Benteke suffered from it, because we were hoofing the ball up to him and there was no one around him. But as I said, when Max Meyer comes on, when he did come on, that connection with Wilf was just there like that. Wilf was getting outnumbered all game. Max Meyer comes on and he goes onto Wilf's side, and you can see one or two passes running through, setting Wilf through, setting Max Meyer through. That's no coincidence. The game changed. We went on the front foot with Max Meyer. So this is a massive, massive, massive shout for Roy Hodgson. If a player comes on and makes an impact like that, the way that Max Meyer did, then you have to give him more opportunities. You have to, because it will send the wrong message if you don't, especially after a performance like that. He came on and he changed the game. If there was no Max Meyer, honestly, Brighton could have went and scored another goal, and this could have been a very different game. It could have ended up 2-3-0 Brighton, because it was that type of game. So overall, I'm impressed. I'm happy with the draw, because as I've said, we were so poor for the majority of the game. But Wilfried Zaha masterclass once again. He silenced all the critics. I know some Palace fans are not happy with Wilf due to what happened in the summer, but hopefully he won some of you lot. If you're not happy with him, hopefully he won some of you lot back on his side, because that was a fantastic goal. And I haven't celebrated like that this season. It was the best celebrations at Selhurst Park. The stadium erupted. I even got messages afterwards from friends who were not at the ground telling me, can you tell your team to quiet down a bit, because that's how loud we were after Will scored that goal. But overall, if you're looking at the performance, it wasn't the greatest of performances. We got outmanaged once again. I can admit that, but we managed to still get the draw. And we just have to now look on to the next game. I normally say there were positives out of the game, but there were very minimal positives. I think the only positive out of that game was, of course, Max Meyer coming on and changing the game. And hopefully in future, Roy would look at that Brighton game and say, you know what, he's done it before, so he might be able to do it again, and give more opportunity to Meyer. Anyways, that's enough from me. Make sure to leave down your comments down below of what you thought of the game. And until next time, up the Palace.